So the other day, I was at the Geekin Out event presented by Toy Depot in La Mirada, California. If you know anything about me, you know I love toys, and I couldn't pass this up. Especially since admission at the door was like $10 or something, and honestly, you can't beat that these days. Now, right off the bat, I regret to inform you that I didn't actually buy anything. And I've been kicking myself ever since. There was so much freaking stuff I wanted, toys I've wanted since I was a little kid, and honestly the prices were really good, and I had money, but I just didn't buy anything for some reason. So just know that behind the camera in these shots, I more or less look like this. And in some of these shots, you can even hear bystanders mocking my pain. They had tons of Star Wars stuff, which is inevitable at toy events like this, but no complaints from me. I always love seeing it. They had a bunch of Godzilla stuff too, which, again, no complaints, but I don't know. I just wasn't expecting there to be so many freaking kaiju. And Peter Mayhew, because tall. Here we got those classic Mezco Family Guy figures that you see in all those memes, or at least you used to. I don't know if they're still a thing. And conversely, they had Simpson stuff. A lot of Simpson stuff. Do yourself a favor and don't ask why, but it's a personal habit of mine to take a shot of every Simpsons product I find in public, and this place did not disappoint. There was so much Simpsons stuff. It was amazing. Oh, and this guy. I absolutely love Mego figures. I credit Robot Chicken and Toy Fair magazine for my love of Mego, but seeing all these vintage ones in person was amazing. This Star Trek Keeper figure was one I always wanted as a kid. I didn't watch Star Trek as a kid, but God, the toy was cool. By the way, check out this video where I use a Mego for a custom. You will vomit. Not as much horror stuff as I'm used to seeing at these things, but then again, I go to a lot of horror conventions, so maybe that's why. But always fun to see Chucky dolls, you know, as long as I successfully manage to repress my memories of the show. Speaking of painful memories best left in the past, here's the Ninja Turtle ripoffs that Vin Diesel hawked in the 90s.
He sends a competition to a watery grave. Boom! Death.
And the award for the most expensive thing I saw was this enormous Eternia playset for the low price of... Oh, Jesus of Nazareth! Oh! And I'm saying this as an avid toy fanatic. This is why imagination exists. Even though I regret not actually buying anything, and man, do I regret that. Man, I just love seeing all these toys. Part of it's nostalgia, but there's also just the joy of being different. I don't know how else to say it, but I mean, this is just stuff you don't see every day, and it's like the craftsmanship, you know. Like these tiny little things were designed and sculpted and painted. It's just, I love that kind of thing. I was kind of a weird kid. I know, a shocker. I wasn't really into all the hip things the other kids were into when I was growing up. I wasn't into like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and that sort of thing. I was into older toys, older media, you know, toys based on movies and shows that none of my friends had seen or probably had never heard of. And, you know, you couldn't just find these things at Toys R Us or really anywhere. Seeing all these toys of yesteryear in person is so fun to me, and God, I should have bought something. I saw a vintage faker for $20. Help. Hopefully next time. And I really hope there's a next time, because you can probably see from the footage, but it was way more packed than I thought it was going to be, so hopefully next year. And hopefully next year, nobody gets suffocated to death.
Boom! Death.